everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Emily and this is my channel Environment with M, where I will talk about environmental issues and how you can live a more sustainable life. So if that sounds interesting, please hit the red subscribe button before you watch the rest of this video. So now I've done the 3 weeks plastic-free challenge. So I thought it would be nice to evaluate that a little bit and tell you how it has been. It hasn't been too difficult. I mean, I'm not shopping, I'm not buying a lot of things anyway. It's mainly about food. And yeah, since I'm eating mainly vegan, I guess that made it a lot easier. I'm thinking that it's quite hard to buy meat and cheese and other things like without plastic containers. At least here, I know it depends on where you live in the world, but in Sweden, I think that's quite hard. I can't really think of anything you can buy without plastic. But if you eat beans and lentils and other things, then you'll be fine. So it wasn't too hard for me. There were still some vegetables I couldn't buy because they only had them in plastic, but it was still all right. So I think that's why it was easy for me, because I was already eating quite like a low plastic diet. Can you say that? Well, so that was interesting. You saw how it was for me traveling to Manchester, and that wasn't too hard either. It was fine. So yeah, I just want to say that it's not too hard living, at least reducing your plastic if you're thinking about it. So I feel like the beauty bit out of it, like if you're gonna buy no plastic beauty, that's a lot harder. That is challenging. So I think because this was only 3 weeks, I didn't have to buy like really any new things. It was only the hair treatment from Lush. I will show you that. Yeah, because I realized I didn't show you in Manchester, so I bought 3. They smell really nice. If you know anything about Lush products, they always smell really nice. And I haven't tried them yet, obviously. But I will do. I feel like it's a little bit more effort than, you have to put a little bit more effort than like my normal hair mask. So that's why I've saved them. And they were quite pricey. So I think I think they are like 110 crowns for one in Sweden, and I bought them for like £7 in Manchester. And yeah, for me, I will have to use one because I got long hair, and maybe if you got shorter hair, well, you can use half of it for one time. But anyway, I will come back to you about them and tell you if it was worth it. Like maybe my hair will be so good after it, so it's fine just doing it once in a while. But yeah, so that's difficult. And so I think if I would have done this for a longer period of time, maybe it would have been more challenging. I also feel like I've been spending more time in the kitchen because I've been like making my own bread, making my own nut milk and things like that, which isn't too hard. But I can imagine for someone like a busy person or someone who's just like not that into making food, cooking and things, then I guess that's a big disadvantage with buying, like trying to avoid plastic. So I guess you just have to find the right balance. I feel like what I've learned is that like my main priority when I've been like buying food earlier, it has been to buy mainly organic food. But now sometimes when there is like a plastic packaging for the organic one and you can just buy it without plastic with the conventional vegetable, whatever it is, then sometimes, depending on what it is, maybe it's better to buy the conventional no plastic one. So, but I'm thinking, like, if you want to have some ideas for that, I'm gonna tell you about the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. So that is a list that is made every year for the vegetables and fruits that are the mostly like polluted ones that you should try avoid to eat non-organic, and so they are the Dirty Dozen. And the Clean 15 are the 15 best fruits and vegetables that you can actually buy non-organic, and yeah, they say like you'll be fine. Yes, I'm gonna read that for you, and I'm hoping that the dishwasher isn't too loud, because I didn't plan this properly, did I? The Clean 15 2019. Let's see what we got. Should I prepare this? Shouldn't I? So, the Clean 15. Avocados, sweet corn, pineapples, sweet peas frozen, onions, papayas, eggplants, or aubergine, asparagus, kiwis, cabbage, cauliflower, cantaloupes, I don't know how you say it, but like the melons, broccoli, and mushrooms, and honeydew melons. About the Dirty Dozen. Dirty Dozen. Strawberries, spinach, kale, nectarines, apples, grapes, peaches, cherries, pears, tomatoes, celery, potatoes, and hot peppers is here. They're here as well, even though we already had 12. These are some fruits and vegetables that you should really try to buy organic. So that's in 2019, so it will be a little bit different every year. I don't know, maybe that's just making things too complicated and then just do whatever you feel like. But maybe that could be helpful. Except from that, yeah, obviously we have got less plastic in our recycling, which is good. Usually we have, I'm going to show you, like in 1 week, usually we'll fill up a bag like this. If you measure it in volume, this is the material we're using the most. So yeah, because Joe has still been buying some plastic, and we've been using like plastic containers that we already had in the house. So I realized while I was editing the video that I didn't mention like a really big thing with the food shopping during the plastic free challenge. We saved quite a lot of money. Like, it was a lot cheaper for us. I think usually we spend 1,000 crowns every month. No, well, that's cheap. Every week. And these weeks, we've been spending like 800 or like 900, but between 800 and 900. It feels like we bought everything that we wanted to buy. Yeah, so it's important to know that it is cheaper. Probably because we bought less organic food, and also because we bought like more seasonal vegetables and fruits and like no like meat substitutes or anything. So if you do eat meat usually or cheese and actually like go plastic free, you will save a lot of money. But yeah, it was fun. It was an interesting experiment. It was interesting to see that it wasn't that hard at all for me. So since it wasn't too hard for me, I am gonna continue now with another challenge, which will be a little bit harder, and it's zero waste. And that means no packaging. Avoid packaging, avoid disposables. So I will do that for 3 weeks actually. So we'll see if, well, obviously that will be harder, but we'll see if that will be too hard for me or how I will do. I might just end up making a lot of things from the food I already got in my kitchen and just buying, like, adding with some fresh vegetables and fruits. But that's good too, you know. I don't think that I could be like 100% zero waste for the rest of my life, because it's hard in our society. But for 3 weeks, let's see if I can do it. So I hope you won't miss the next video, because I will talk more about zero waste in my next video and explain what it is and give you some hacks. For example, try these out, see if they are good, and make my own toothpaste and some other things that might be helpful for you. So if you did the plastic challenge and thought that was easy, or if you just feel like zero waste sounds like something you want to try out, join me, do it with me. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye!